This is a poem by Kay Seidengood called Two Prayers. My friend tells me she is holding me in her prayers. I too am holding her in mine, which leads me to wonder, do these two prayers meet somewhere? And if so, what happens? Do they simply pass each other on some eternal plane and nod politely? Or do they fall into a warm embrace like dear friends reunited after a long absence? Do they swirl around each other for a few moments like two dancers and then gracefully let go? Or join together in sacred union to bring forth a new creation, like prayer parents having a prayer baby? Or do they flow in their own way and time toward the same infinite source, like rivers flowing to the ocean, becoming part of one great prayer that touches every shore?
We're going to sing hymn number 123. Please stand as you're willing and able. We're going to sing it 3 times, and the 3rd time will come it. The Spirit of Life. 1, 2, 3. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Here we go.
Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Singing this song invokes one of those deep, full lung breaths. And even though Unitarian Universalists don't specifically have a doctrine or a theological base, Spirit of Life is one of our favorite songs, and many people know it by heart. It touches us in really deep and tender places. It looks for what cannot be seen, what is intangible. It gives us wings, and it grows our roots, and it holds our hearts close. There is much in the world to amaze us. And for this service, I'm going to focus on the life-affirming amazements, from the macro to the micro, and everything in between. Through the development of science, we have access to and explore and investigate many mysteries that are beyond our daily empirical experience. There are photographs from the Hubble Space Station as it floats 326 miles above Earth's surface, and it reveals the infinite beauty of the outer space. Or the delicate, ephemeral snowflake photographed by a soul who fell in love with them. There are people who have also fallen in love with fractals, golden spirals, sacred geometry like the flower of life. Artists create images of these equations, and they have been studied by mathematicians and physicists throughout time, and still they never cease to reveal that deep secret of the natural world and intrinsic laws. Have any of you seen the David Attenborough documentary called The Perfect Planet? Okay. If not, please put that on your list of things to do. It is truly tremendous. Amid all that earthly beauty, I found myself asking, how did this variety, this complexity, this formulation of matter that is imbued with spirit to become so exquisitely, so magnificently diverse and integrated, yet unique? The simple answer is evolution. And that satisfies the left linear analytical part of my brain. But I mean, just look at a solar eclipse. That is how it is that the moon fits perfectly in front of the sun, yet they are 93 million miles away from each other. In 2017, Scott and I went to Oregon to see the eclipse. And along with 100 other intrepid souls who happened to find a field out in the middle of nowhere, a piece of BLM or Beerment land, and we were all giddy with excitement. You could feel it in the air. People were looking at the movement of the moon in front of the sun through their varied home pinhole cameras. Some people like us had on welder's masks, and then those really highfalutin, goggles that people can buy these days. And then the moment came. The sun and the moon aligned, and there was silence. And then the crowd erupted into a rapturous applause. I was amazed to tears. I had never seen anything so magnificent, so beautiful, and so awe-inspiring. Being in awe is an opportunity to relate to the world from our right brain, that expansive, creative, and intuitive place that transcends empirical experience into wonder. And as our first UU source indicates, this practice brings a renewal of spirit and an openness to the forces that uphold life. It brings reverence, gratitude, and a deep sense of peace. In my studies and experience, I have developed a theology that brings all of this to me and more. And I want to share that theology with you today. And I want you to understand this is not proselytizing. I'm not expecting anybody to go, oh yeah, that's it. But it feels right. I believe that all existence is alive. And I do not rely on science to qualify and quantify this. I know this in my soul. You may have heard the term pantheism. And that I prefer a phenomenon called panentheism. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Describes panentheism to me. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. All of existence, when contemplated as a whole, is exponential, it is radiant, it is infinite. And when I contemplate the sentient, aware, and ever evolving. Of course, there's more to this theological thought. It is a work in progress, as it will be for the rest of my life. And perhaps I'm thinking that one of the small group conversations can be for us to discuss our own theological thought sometime. So as you can see, even though I greatly enjoyed singing the song, I'm not letting the mystery be. It's all too fascinating. But what I am willing to let be is that there is more amazement in store for us. For humanity, there's more to be revealed in the world. And allowing that there is more existence than I will ever understand is comforting. It's good to be humble. It's good to have humility in the vastness of it all. So as we go through our days, let that transcending mystery and wonder foster awe. Let it renew your spirit. Pause for a moment. Take in the surroundings. Give yourself permission to go beyond ordinary limits into something that stops you in your tracks, takes your breath away, and brings a tear to your eye. Be in awe. For our closing words and our closing time together, I want to invoke Pierre Teilhard Chardin. Hope I pronounced his name correctly. One of my favorite quotes is that he says, "We are not physical beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience." And with this, I invite you to stand, and I like to